Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Buffalo, Niagara Falls and Southern Ontario's favorite restaurant and cooking show. Come dine with me, Western New York. It's brought to you by Diamond Cutters of Western New York, Artisan Kitchen and Bath, Key Video Productions, and
Seneca Niagara Resort Casino, where we are so privileged to tape our program each and every week here at the Western Door. I mean, just look at that view. Isn't that great?
Awesome.
There's so much to see and do here. We're really glad you joined us today because we have some great new recipes and cooking techniques, so stick around.
On today's program, we welcome a brand new restaurant to our show lineup, and there's something really exciting going on in the Village Eatery in Lockport. Jen and myself, we had a chance to go there recently and also meet the owner, Peter Caleri, and we got a little bit more pulled out of him, what drives him, what his passion is, and I think you're going to enjoy that.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about that later in the show. I can't wait. And Chef Art Christie and Peter will be preparing one of the Village Eatery's signature dishes, Chicken Pietro. And that's coming up a little later in the program.
And then I'm back again with Chef Jean White from the Three Sisters Cafe at the Seneca Niagara Resort. And we are making one of my favorites, a sweet breakfast surprise, Nutella stuffed French toast.
And you know I have a sweet tooth, don't you?
Sure do. And Nutella, I mean, you see it everywhere now in the stores and all that. It became so popular in the US, and I was raised with that stuff. It's awesome. It's really great. And in French toast, wait until you try
Can't beat it. But first, it's time for our fan favorite kitchen invasion, made possible by Artisan Kitchens and Baths. The chefs are ready to go at the Delaney household.
My husband Jim and I met when he was in grad school at the University of Buffalo.
I had just finished my undergraduate degree at Xavier University in Cincinnati and wanted to go on in the field and go to graduate school.
It took a little while for the area to win him over, but I think Buffalo is finally winning.
It's a lot like Cincinnati. It's a nice Midwestern kind of feel. I just think the people are so nice and really come to love the area. It's a great place to raise a family and has the kind of feel that, that reminds me of home.
We saw this house the first day that it went on the market.
And then as we got a few years in, there started to be parts of the layout that we weren't crazy about.
Our kitchen is kind of a square, so there's really only so much you can do.
So that's kind of how we discovered Artisan and found out about Julie.
Lots of attention to detail, really paid attention to what we said and what we wanted.
It was exciting to see how she was able to work within our vision and still give us new ideas.
Artisan gave us more options, described more features that we could have and that we thought that we would like. It was much more of a personal experience than just typing something into a program. Joining us today are our family friends Ken and Jen Shockley.
My last year at UB when I was finishing my PhD was Ken's first year on faculty there.
He was on his way out and I was on my way in, and we overlapped and had sort of interestingly parallel stories.
They have been very generous with their friendship toward us ever since we moved from Wisconsin.
We ended up having kids about the same time, and our kids have sort of grown up wandering around together.
Jude is 1 year older than Brady, so Brady learns a lot from Jude, and they have a lot of fun together. They really like each other a lot.
They're some of our closest friends in the area, and so we thought they'd be a great couple to share this with, and we thought it'd be fun for Jude to have a friend as well.
The homeowners are really into Italian type food, is one of their favorites, so we decided to take advantage of the local produce and use all fresh product and make a homemade Italian minestrone soup.
I chose the panzanella salad after finding out Jim's healthy and I wanted to do something simple, something that he could make, and also I just found out today he loves tomatoes. That's what panzanella is all about.
I want to do something a little different, a little off the beaten path. Today I picked calamari fra diavolo with black squid ink pasta, and I thought the calamari was a nice complement to the minestrone and the panzanella salad. And I figured with the black ink pasta it was kind of a neat dish to showcase.
Jim, how would you like to make a salad panzanella today?
I would love to.
Rumor has it you like tomatoes.
They are my favorite.
Well, this is a dish if you're on a budget as well. So we'll get started. Day-old bread.
Okay.
And we always have some of that laying around. The key to the panzanella salad is the croutons. Toss them with garlic-infused olive oil and bake those in the oven. About 15 minutes, 375 degrees, nice and crispy. Croutons are cooking, so let's get going with the dressing. Could you do me a favor? This is a beautiful balsamic.
Starting to realize that it's just so important that the produce has to be fresh. You use, really good olive oil, not just stuff that you buy at the grocery and put on the shelf.
Olive oil, balsamic vinegar, salt and pepper. Capers, chop those capers up. Fresh basil, fresh grated lemon zest, lemon juice, those beautiful sweet grape tomatoes, diced red onion, and then toss the breadcrumbs hot right into that. And it's simple, it's quick, and it's easy. And Jim loves tomatoes, so I think I did real well.
Oh, so good.
Fresh, sweet like candy.
Thank you so much.
Great job, great job.
Okay, Sarah, today we're going to make some homemade minestrone soup. So we're going to just start off by just cutting up some fresh pancetta, and we're going to just cut it up in small little cubes. So what we did was we started with a hot pan with some extra virgin olive oil, and we sauteed a little bit of diced pancetta. To that, we added some coarsely chopped onions, celery, carrots, and we just sauteed that lightly. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of fresh chopped garlic, and the reason that we put the garlic in afterwards is because if you put it in too soon, it'll burn.
He taught me a lot of things that I feel like I should have known but didn't. Like, everything seems so common sense. I can't believe I went my whole life without knowing it.
We added some diced tomatoes, 8 cups of chicken stock, fresh herbs and some spices, a sprig of fresh rosemary. We added some cannellini beans, chichi beans, put some fresh grated Parmigiano Reggiano, and a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. Finished the dish with a little Italian flat leaf parsley.
Have you ever had calamari fra diavolo?
No.
It means the sauce of the devil. We diced up some banana peppers. The vein down the middle of the pepper are what gives it the heat. If you don't like the seeds, which my wife hates the seeds, and I'm going to take them out.
Well, Jen and I cooked together periodically, so that was kind of fun. But being with Marco and having him help us sort of go through the process was wonderful.
So now that the onions and the peppers and the basil are cut, the calamari is sliced, we're ready to get on the stove. Let's head over there. So we're going to start our sauce. We're going to make a basic marinara, which is olive oil, our onion. We're going to add some nice onion to this. Then we're going to add our hot peppers. So we add lots of garlic and some garlic clove as well. As our vegetables are sweated, we're going to add some white wine to it.
I really like the fact that Marco provided us with a dish that we can kind of play around with. He told us that we could use different kinds of seafood with the tomato base.
So this dish, we want the liquid from the tomatoes in there. This is just filet of tomato, the pomodoro. Little black pepper. And then if you like it hot, we're going to kick it off with some chili peppers.
All right.
We're going to add our basil to this. We're going to give it a stir. Once the sauce was boiling, we added the calamari to it, and the heat from the sauce actually cooks the calamari. And then you just cook the black squid pasta al dente. Perfect. So look what you guys made. Isn't this awesome?
That was beautiful.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. You kidding? Enjoy it. Wear your food.
This is just neat for us. I mean, we spend a lot of time together, we eat a lot of meals together, and so just to do something kind of special like this, it was great to be able to share that with them.
We're just really thankful that they chose us to be part of their experience as well.
We eat together all the time, but this was one chance we had to sort of turn it into a big event, and it was just wonderful. It'll be something we remember for a long time.
To come in and have the quality and the kindness, it was just incredible. Really, really, really fun.
Come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Artisan Kitchens and Baths, Western New York's most interactive showroom.
TV doesn't have to be expensive to be memorable. It's all about finding that unique hook that will get your business noticed.
People are always surprised that they can be on TV so inexpensively. And then, after the spot is produced, we can help get it on any broadcast or cable station and even your website.
We have an entire team working behind the scenes to help your business stand out.
That kind of attention is priceless.
We call it concept to completion, and Key Video is ready to go to work for you.
Orazio's Italian Crepes is your window to the world. Treat yourself to our homemade crepes made with authentic ingredients like imported Caputo flour, mascarpone cheese, and Ghirardelli chocolate. Indulge in our all-natural small batch gelato with no artificial flavors and all the creaminess in the world. Take your taste buds on a journey right in your own backyard. Orazio's Italian Crepes in the food court at the Walden Galleria.
Jennifer Boy from the mansion on Delaware Avenue. Come dine with me, Western New York.
Today we are presenting the Sazerac. The Sazerac is a New Orleans style of an old-fashioned and the oldest known American cocktail. The ingredients in a Sazerac are rye whiskey, Peychaud's bitters, simple syrup, and absinthe. First, chill your rocks glass. In your mixing glass, add 2 ounces of rye whiskey, 0.5 ounces of simple syrup, and 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. Next, you'll want to add ice and stir. Once your rocks glass has been chilled, remove the ice. Before you strain the whiskey mixture, you'll want to rinse your rocks glass with absinthe. Once your glass is rinsed, strain the whiskey mixture into the glass. Finally, garnish the drink with caramelized lemon oil. Sip it very slowly and savor every sip. The Sazerac.
Yeah, we're here today with Chef Jean White from the Three Sisters restaurant at the Seneca Niagara Resort. You open 24 hours, so you're offering a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, and a late night menu. You get the munchies at 3 in the morning where to go.
Yeah.
You know, that would be Jean's place. Definitely a great dining choice. I
Thank
can
you.
attest to that. So what are you making us today?
Today we'll be making Nutella stuffed French toast. It's one of my favorite items on our new menu.
Ooh, that sounds really, really good.
Delicious. So I have some nice thick cut white bread here. I'm just going to take a nice sharp paring knife and go down the side and just create a pocket, being careful not to go all the way through the bread. And then from there, I have some Nutella that I brought out this morning to come to room temperature, make it nice and easy to pipe. And of course, if you don't have a piping bag, you can just use the corner of a sandwich baggie.
Yeah, it's really important the Nutella has not been in the fridge or anything like that, because it would be too hard to pipe and you couldn't work it.
So I'm just going to go inside very carefully and just begin to fill the pocket, going back and forth, pulling out as I fill. And just before I get to the lip, I'm going to stop and just kind of push it down just to seal that pocket up. Okay, now that everything is stuffed, we're going to go ahead and we've got a nice knob of butter in the pan. I'm just going to put that on to medium heat. While my pan is warming, I'm just going to go ahead and dredge the stuffed French toast.
Chef Jean, what do we have in the mixture for our viewers there?
I have scrambled egg, I have heavy cream, I have cinnamon, and I have a little bit of vanilla. So you're going to want to cook this a few minutes on each side, probably 3 to 4 minutes on each side to a nice golden brown.
And with the butter, the Nutella, it's a real nice indulgent dish. I mean, really, really special.
Okay, give it a turn.
All right, Jean, let me give it a try here.
It's good.
Really good. I said earlier, really nice indulgent dish. Now, our viewers can get this where?
Three Sisters Cafe, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Come dine with me, Western New York.
Closed captioning provided by Eyes on Harlem and Eyes Downtown. Better vision for a better life. And by
CarStar Relax, we'll take it from here.
You change your style. Why not your eye color? Comfort, breathability, stunning natural beauty. Whether you're in front of the lens or behind, your eyes tell a lot about you. Which color best suits your look? Well, that's up to you. Air Optics Colors contact lenses. Available at Eyes on Harlem and Eyes Downtown. Better vision for a better life.
The romance of Tuscany, the flavor of DiPaolo's, everything you love about DiPaolo's, the food, the friendship, the family. Whether in our elegant dining room or outside in the courtyard, the atmosphere is authentic. For a simple dinner out or the affair of a lifetime, Find Tuscany in your own backyard. Ilio DiPaolo's Restaurant, Banquets and Ringside Lounge in Blaisdell, a family restaurant with a gourmet touch.
A crash, a rear ender, a sideswipe, a fender bender. No matter what you call it, every accident is a hassle. That's why at Ventura's CarStar Collision, we'll provide you with support every step of the way. You'll get our team of certified technicians that work with the industry's best equipment. Plus, you'll get assistance with insurance claims, estimates, and rental cars. We'll help you make the choices that are right for your family.
After all, we're a family too.
With Frontier Catering, it's easy to show your good taste. Chef Art Christie uses time-tested techniques and authentic family recipes to create a custom menu that showcases your personal style and your venue. And with Frontier Catering, your food is prepared fresh, on-site. For corporate events, unforgettable weddings, and other signature celebrations, it has to be Frontier Catering.
There's a buzz going around town. I don't know where I've been. Maybe my head's been in the sand. But I happened to try at a restaurant that I heard about. People are talking about it all over the place. It's called the Village Eatery and Italian Bistro up in Lockport. I had a few of their dishes there. I was so impressed. I asked Peter, the owner of the restaurant, to come and show us one of his signature dishes today. So, Peter, it's a real pleasure to meet with you.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you taking the time out to show us one of your signature dishes. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
This is one of my favorite dishes, named it Chicken Pietro.
Now, Pietro in Italian means?
Peter. What else?
So how did that work out? Pretty good, huh? Good thing.
Okay, first we have boneless, skinless chicken breast that's been cleaned up and it's slightly pounded out, and then we're going to cut it into small strips.
Okay.
Okay, now we have our chicken cut into slices, nice slices, and now we're going to flour, just plain flour. It's not seasoned. We're going to season it in the pan. All right, you want to help me here?
Sure. Just a little bit of flour. And this is unseasoned because there's so many other things we're going to add to the dish.
That's right.
Not needed to have it pre-seasoned. Good idea.
Okay, we have the chicken that's been floured. Now we're going to heat up a pan with some oil and a little bit of butter, and then we're going to saute the chicken. Ready?
So add a little oil to here?
Yep.
About that much is
good?
Yep,
cover the bottom of the pan. A little bit of cooking butter. Beautiful. Now we're going to get the chicken. I use my fingers. We're going to get it in there, and we're going to saute it on one side for just a couple minutes.
This is going to add a nice little crust to it,
Absolutely,
I believe, huh?
Absolutely.
Sear all the juices in, make it nice and tender.
Just got to make sure your pan is nice and hot. Okay, now we've been sauteing the chicken for about 2 minutes on one side. Now we're going to flip it over.
Flip it over. Oh yeah, you got a nice crust going.
Get a little crust on it. And then we're going to start adding some of the ingredients that make this dish a wonderful dish.
I'll let that cook for a minute or so, I guess, too, right?
Yeah.
Now we can start adding our stuff. What's next?
How about a little garlic?
Okay.
Use a spoon here.
Can never have too much garlic, right?
Never too much. Little salt and pepper.
It's a good idea to, when you're seasoning, to layer everything.
Everything layered around. We get some mushrooms in there. These are chopped up portobello mushrooms, just the caps. And let that saute for just a minute.
Oh, I can smell what. Too bad they don't have smell-o-vision.
Smells good.
Huh?
Smells good. Smells amazing. And now we're going to add some Chardonnay wine. You ready?
Whatever we don't drink, we'll cook with. How's that?
Absolutely.
That's going to deglaze the pan, get all those little pond at the bottom of the pan.
Yep.
Okay.
Cook that down. We're going to add chicken base. About half a cup?
About a half a cup should do it.
Now we're going to let this cook down for a few minutes. When the dish ends, we're going to be tossing in pre-cooked linguine, and then we're going to finish it off.
So, Peter, I understand you've been in business now at the location for how many years?
36 years.
36 years. I went out and tried it for myself, and I got to tell you, I was absolutely blown away. When I walked in, the feel that I got, the wine list was great.
Sometimes people coming from Buffalo think you need a suitcase and, a ticket to travel to Lockport, but it's not that far. It's 15, 20 minutes from the north towns, and we have a lot of people coming in from Buffalo. When they come, they have a great dish. Word of mouth always builds it up, and they bring friends back who've discovered this new place.
That's why I loved it. The food was just amazing.
Okay, now we're going to add some nice sun-dried tomatoes.
And those are dry, right?
These are dry. They're
okay.
not in oil. They've been julienned. There we go.
Put
some
those
nice
in there.
flavor.
Nice color too, I would imagine.
Absolutely, yeah. Then we're going to add some artichokes that are quartered.
And those are just the ones in the brine, I believe?
In the brine,
okay.
yes.
Rinse out the brine?
Yes.
And put them in there.
A little bit of oregano, a little pinch. And then a little bit of some basil.
That's just regular baby spinach. We're just going to wilt that down.
Baby spinach, when you add it last, it cooks very, very fast. Let's get a little butter in here.
That'll add some decadence to it, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Smooth it out, absolutely. That is unbelievable. And the bread, I could just make a meal on this. You make this every day.
Many people make a meal just on the bread.
Delicious. So why don't you tell us your location again?
We're in Lockport. It's the Village Eatery Italian Bistro at 429 Davison Road. Come on out and visit us.
Great cooking with you today, Peter.
Thank you. Come dine with me, Western New York.
You know, there are so many great restaurants in our viewing area, and each one is unique. And every one of them brings a different flavor and ambience, don't you think?
I think that's so true, Jen. You know, when we, in your opinion, when we were there a couple of weeks ago at the Village Eatery, what did you think made that place? What really, beside the great food that they really had?
I know, and we had a lot of great food there, that's for sure. But it was really all about owner Peter Caleri's passion and his staff. He's been in the restaurant business for over 35 years, and his staff has been there with him for many years.
And one word they mentioned when I asked them too was like the pride that they have in serving you, the guests, you know,
Exactly.
and
almost like a family.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, well, it was very family-like, and Peter wants to get more customers in there from Buffalo and whatnot because it's really not that far of a drive.
It isn't, no. From Niagara Produce, it's probably a 10 or 15 minute drive. So people from Clarence, Orchard Park, East Aurora, they, would just love coming to a new Italian restaurant and experiencing the food. They have Fish Fry Fridays.
Yeah.
They have a great, bar when you walk in, and they have
martinis and stuff like that.
Martinis. Yeah, we had a chance to sample the sauce and their homemade bread.
Right.
And the one thing that I couldn't stop eating?
The Villaggio dip, and you know what? It was a shareable dip that you got to try. This was so light and really, really
I didn't
good,
really do a lot of sharing there, but we had chicken Pietro, and we could go on and on, but you just have to try it. We're going to be back with more after these messages, so please don't go anywhere.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Key Video Productions, television, video, DVD, and by Diamond Cutters of Western New York. To go to a more direct source, you'll need a miner's hat.
Some say it's our amazing sports bar. Others, our relaxed and comfortable dining room. And then there are those who say it's our private meeting and banquet rooms where we take care of everything. Whatever draws you to Buffalo's best grill and catering, one thing's for certain, you'll always get a great meal. We pride ourselves on our casual atmosphere with very comfortable prices. Buffalo's best grill and catering, Southwestern Boulevard in Orchard Park. Stop in today and see why we're Buffalo's best. Let Diamond Cutters of Western New York save you money while providing only the very highest quality, beautiful diamonds. From the mines to a ring, a diamond may change hands several times before it reaches your finger. Each middleman adds a little more cost to your diamond. But for the past 35 years, our gemologists have traveled the world to bring uncut diamonds back to Buffalo, where we specialize in cutting and polishing, so we virtually eliminate the middleman. Our name says it all. Diamond Cutters. Visit WNYDiamonds.com to learn more.
Lockport's favorite restaurant and meeting place, the Village Eatery Italian Bistro serves the finest pizza, pasta, chicken, veal, and seafood. Our famous Friday night fish fry, homemade Italian bread, and old world sauce have kept Western New Yorkers coming back for over 35 years. Check out our vast wine selection and visit the Bistro Bar for a signature martini. For really great Italian-American food, it's the Village Eatery Italian Bistro.
And that's our show for today. And as always, and you hear us saying it every week, but I think it's so important, we encourage you to choose Western New York's great independent restaurants. When dining out tonight or this week, wherever your plans take you,
What could
choose
be
somebody
better?
local.
Exactly. And remember, if you'd like to learn any more about any of the restaurants you saw on our program today, just visit our Facebook page. And when you're there, like the page and then share it on your wall. And when you do, you'll be entered to win restaurant gift certificates from some of our very fine sponsors.
Also, if you're a chef or a restaurant owner or you want to be on our show, we want to hear from you.
Yes, that's right. Or really any business owner, we'd love to hear from you because we believe that our show has a real effective reach and it can help you increase your business.
You know, and bring value to the viewers, hopefully. I mean, we want you to create some of the dishes and, you know, take some of the recommendations we're giving. So
Exactly. We'd love to have you. So, on behalf of all of our sponsors, our chefs, the Key Video television crew, thanks for watching this afternoon. And anything to add, Chef?
Yes, Jen, one more thing. Food rules.
You change your style. Why not your eye color? Comfort, breathability, stunning natural beauty. Whether you're in front of the lens or behind, your eyes tell a lot about you. Which color best suits your look? Well, that's up to you. Air Optics Colors contact lenses. Available at Eyes on Harlem and Eyes Downtown. Better vision for a better life.
We have new information on the most wanted sandwiches in Western New York.
I'll make this brief. These sandwiches were last seen at Marco's Italian Deli. Be on the lookout for Nikki Whispers. Big, beefy, surprisingly sweet. Maria Gumati, a spicy little number. Everyone wants to get their hands on. And the Underboss, notorious and nearly impossible to knock off. If you see these sandwiches, do not, I repeat, do not apprehend them alone. They are extremely tasty. And no further questions at this time. Thank you.
Public needs to know.
For all your duplication needs, call our courteous and professional staff. Key Video is ready to go to work for you.